One thing I want to say before I start this video is that the ad revenue that we make off these videos will go towards hurricane relief. So if you guys want to drop a like on this video and drop a comment, it really helps us out a lot. I'm going to be doing updates pretty much every single day leading up to this hurricane hitting Florida. This is definitely the biggest storm of the year so far, and I'm just getting crazy flashbacks. I mean, last year I had to evacuate. Past seasons, we've seen it all. We've evacuated. We've been without power for literally weeks. We've been locked out of the island that we live on and been forced to paddle back across the bay on a surfboard to just go check out our town and to make sure our houses are okay. The beach is torn up, but we're all right. I'm so lucky that it didn't land on the house. Hey Mom, you have a new tree in your house, in case you didn't know. If you guys want to watch some of those videos from past hurricane years, feel free. I got a link in the description. Yeah, Irma was one of the craziest ever, and this storm is looking very strong. So we definitely need to be careful. We definitely need to watch out. In Florida, every year, every time there's gnarly storms, I try to do my best to educate you guys, to update you guys, and to provide you guys with as much information as possible on these storms. I know a lot of our fans are from Florida and from the eastern United States, so we just kind of try to give you guys an unbiased opinion on these storms, let you guys know what to look out for, because there's a lot of BS out there and there's a lot of false information. I've been tracking storms my entire life. I'm a born and raised surfer. I was always fascinated by storms, so I like to think I'll be able to give you guys a pretty just clear understanding of what these storms are doing, what they might do. One thing that everyone needs to understand is that they are extremely unpredictable. No matter what you read, no matter what is said, no one really has any idea what these storms are going to do. It's kind of always just been a best guess, and that is always going to be the case for hurricanes. So one thing that I want to say before we really dive into what this storm is doing is to always be prepared and pretty much just prepare for the worst. So to start things off, I'm going to pull up the tracks for this storm. We're just going to kind of show you guys what this storm is doing. I mean, it has potential to be a category 4, and I'm going to say category 5 because you never know. This storm has slowed down a lot. Typically when storms are fast moving, they don't have a lot of time to organize and they can't become really strong hurricanes. The slower moving storms are always the hurricanes that end up being the most dangerous. So the first thing we're going to go over is footage from Mike's weather page of the tracks. We're going to look at the different models and what they're saying. Here we can see the storm heading towards Florida, pretty much smacking Florida, like hitting Florida smack dab in the middle of the state. For those of you who don't know, there is a huge hurricane aiming for Florida and aiming for the Bahamas. If you are in the Bahamas, please be careful. That's probably the most dangerous area right now in terms of where this hurricane is headed. So we're gonna look at Friday. It's gonna move north and then it's just gonna make a pull to the west, heading straight for the state of Florida. As you can see, I mean, look at it compared to the state. That is a big storm. Windy is showing it going pretty far south and smacking Boca Raton and then heading north up through the state of Florida, right past Tampa Bay where I live, up into Gainesville. We're gonna go to another video from Mike's weather page that shows a pretty scary outcome on one of these models. Right here, this is absolute worst case scenario. If this storm were to turn into category 3, category 4, I don't even want to dare to say it would turn into a 5 and play this out, but for it to scrape up the entire coast of Florida would be, I hate the word catastrophic, but there's really no other way to put it. Like when Irma hit the Keys, it was like the apocalypse. You can't even believe how much damage there was during Hurricane Irma of the Keys and of South Florida. Even where I live, I didn't get directly hit by it, and there was tons of damage all over the place. Like, I mean, it was minor. Luckily, no houses got like blown open or destroyed, but we didn't even get directly hit by the hurricane, and there was serious damage. So yeah, that's worst case scenario. We're gonna go look at some. We're gonna go look at the National Hurricane Center models, nhc.noaa.gov. I recommend this website. It's probably of the most trusted websites. This shows the percentage of tropical storm force winds and hurricane force winds. So where I'm at right now, we have like a 60-70% chance of hurricane force winds. As the days go by, those percentages are probably gonna rise, but from every single model, every single spaghetti model, everything that I've seen, it pretty much is showing a direct hit to Florida. And what's scary is, as each day goes by, the threat of a major hurricane hitting the coast of Florida has been going up. Every single day it's gotten worse for Florida. We haven't had any good news in the last 4 days pretty much. And with the way the storm is going, with how much it's strengthened, with how slow it's moving, it's like conditions are perfect for this thing to become just a monster of a hurricane. So we're gonna go out and we're gonna go see what our town is doing. I heard a lot of places already completely sold out of water. We might try to go to a Publix and buy out all the water they have and just start giving it to people, because I know people really stress about that. A lot of places won't even let you buy more than a couple cases of water at a time. I've heard gas stations already sold out. The whole east coast of Florida is kind of going crazy right now. All the lumber is getting bought up, all the water, all the sandbags, and we're really in for it. This is going to be by far the biggest hurricane of the year. It's still really early on, so there's not that much to talk about. Everyone should just really be prepared as of right now. I'm going to post updates every day on YouTube leading up to the storm hitting, because I think it's important, and I know people, some people actually look for my updates to get information. I would say use Mike's weather page, spaghettymodels.com, nhc.noaa, but I watch these storms. I probably check on them 100 times a day as they get closer, so always try to give you guys an unbiased opinion. As of right now, it looks like it's aiming towards Florida. It is very likely to hit Florida, but it is still too early to tell. We're a few days out. I would say for now, yeah, just be prepared, keep an eye on it, watch for updates. I'm going to be posting even more updates on my Instagram constantly, so if you want to follow me on Instagram, you can. I might even head over to the East Coast to try to cover the actual storm itself hitting. But yeah, we're in for it, and who knows, maybe we'll go camping in a hurricane. If you guys want to see us set up tents on the beach, drop a like. Let's go cruise around town, see what's going on, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another update. Alright, so it is officially hurricane prep day. I've heard that a lot of the local grocery stores are already completely selling out of water. So we're gonna go just kind of see what's going on with the town, see if the water's sold out. We actually want to film a video where we buy all of the water from all of the grocery stores and just give it away, because there's some people that are just total hogs, and like, to be honest, our area doesn't really need that much supplies. I mean, it's a little too early to tell right now, but there's some people that'll go and they'll just buy like an entire U-Haul worth of water and they'll just keep it at their house. And it's like, how is that helping anyone? You obviously are not going to need that much water for one, but yeah, we're going to go see if people are freaking out yet, and just kind of get some extra footage and kind of play it by ear, because the next 4 days for Florida are going to be crazy. Everyone really bunkers down with all the experience with past hurricanes, so we'll see. So that lady's got water. That guy's got 2 cases of water. Nice. Must be a hurricane. So what I'm thinking is we just buy all the water that they have on the floor. We just start putting it in people's carts for them. Let's go try to get a hold of the manager. Let's keep that thing low. Hey, are you a manager? Yep. Can I buy like all the water on the floor and just start giving it to people?
2 you can buy.
No, but can I buy it all and give it all away?
2. 2's limit.
Even if I give it to everyone in the store and don't leave with it?
2.
What if I don't leave with it and you guys just start giving it to people? Oh, really? All right.
Turn it off. Actually, can't even have that in here.
Really? I thought Publix. Oh. No worries.
No worries. Well, can we just buy it and leave it here, and then people can come get it for free?
You gotta turn that camera off.
So he wouldn't let me buy it and give it to people, which is kind of surprising. Should we just start buying people's waters then? Or will they even not let us do that? If I like go up to the front, I'm like, yeah, well, we'll try the other Publix. All right, so this Publix, I'm just gonna try to go in and secretly talk to the management. I got coconut water.